I've got my cup. I don't know how visible it is. It says drinking puts the lit in literature. So I figured that would be appropriate. My mom got it for me as a gift, so he gets me.
I decided to pretend that I always drink out of a wine glass when I usually use a mug.
Very nice. I've got the good bourbon. So, hello friends. Jenna and I are here, and it is Valentine's Day. Happy Valentine's Day, everyone. We're going to get real romantic today on AuthorTube. We are going to be doing a reading of the most romantic book series of all time, Chuck Tingle's Verse of Getting Pounded in the Butt in various. So to make this interesting, I thought it'd be fun if we drink every time he says the word butt. So
so basically we're gonna die of alcohol poisoning. But it'll be a happy death.
All right, so which books do you have?
Chuck Tingle presents Scary Stories to Tingle Your Butt. 7 Tales of Gay Terror. And then it's got a bunch of stories. I purposely chose this because I haven't read them yet, so I wanted to be surprised.
Ooh, all right.
And I think the first one is Bigfoot Pirates Haunt My Balls.
So I've got 4 of his books. One is called Space Raptor Butt Invasion. It is
that's
space dinosaur.
Dangerous.
The next one is T-Rex Anal Workout. It's a guy with a T-Rex and they're at the gym together. This one is called Pounded in the Butt by My Own Butt. And then my favorite, which is, I can't say this one with a straight face, hold on. Pounded by the Pound, turned gay by the socioeconomic implications of Britain leaving the European Union.
So this is a thinker. It makes you think. It's a deep,
and the
contemplative.
A shirtless man in front of the British flag next to a sentient pound coin.
Sexy. He knows all of my kinks. Obviously.
Yeah, I mean, I've got the British currency kink, right? It's gonna fulfill all of that. You can't find that everywhere.
And it's such a common kink. I mean, hello.
It is. Don't kink shame. Last year I read a lot of Space Raptor Butt Invasion on my channel, so I feel like to switch it up, we're gonna do some of Pounded in the Butt by My Own Butt, which I feel like will be great for drinking because it's gonna say butt a whole lot of times.
Right.
And like, I don't want to start all the way at the beginning because Chuck Tingle, for an erotica author, he has too much exposition. Although
he builds the suspense,
to be fair, I feel like sometimes we need some world building to know how the butt became sentient and all of that. So this one begins with, where does the miracle of science end and magic begin? That's a beautiful opening. I love that.
Is he writing erotica or is he writing the next great American novel?
Right, this is
we'll never know.
Where does the miracle of science end and magic begin? Some people would say never, that magic is nothing more than something we can't quite understand yet, but eventually will. Just because a force seems mysterious and exotic, it doesn't mean it can't be quantified later on. This is deep shit.
Right?
This is blowing my mind.
I thought we were going to be talking about butts, but now
I know,
I'm
he hasn't talked about butts once. Right now we're speculating on the state of the universe.
Where are we really?
So what that's leading into is that this guy is a researcher. So he's a researcher on a secluded island working with a scientist on a cloning experiment.
And he clones his butt.
I assume that's what's going to happen. Oh, here we go. Okay, so they're cloning. So suddenly there is a loud slam against the glass behind us. Dr. Porter and I jump in surprise and immediately look up to find a rather large winged butt hovering in the air just inside of the glass. How did it get
wings?
I got it though.
What? Why?
Honestly, I skipped over a lot. Maybe they cloned it with a bird or something.
Right. It's a pegabutt, like a Pegasus, but a butt.
Oh, the butt talks. Okay, so the butt says, "Hey there," says the butt. "You think you could get me out of here? I'm freezing my ass off."
Put on shit.
I'm dead by the end of like this page. Of course, Dr. Porter says, running over to the containment chamber and opening it up. "Welcome. The flying butt flaps its way inside and then lands on the desk in front of us.
I want to know, is it like the cheeks?
I don't know why it said it has wings, so I'm assuming it's the wings, but I think just to see the butt flap, like that would be funnier. I like that. All right, so the main guy's name is Kirk, just for context. Okay. So the butt says hello, and congratulations, you're our first sentient creation, Dr. Porter says, extending his hand to the butt, who takes it with his wing and shakes firmly. Happy to be here, says the ass. You can call me Kirk's butt.
Well, that's like 12 sips.
I'm glad originally I was like, I'll take a full shot every time he says butt, but I'm glad I didn't do that. I would
die.
I would die.
I'm already a lightweight, and no, like it's not gonna happen.
You know that you're my butt? I ask. Of course I do, says my winged ass. I'm made from your brain. I know everything that you know.
I don't know why that is so funny, but it's like his ass is like, I'm made from your brain.
It's where the miracle of science ends and magic begins. We're at the intersection. This is deep.
The intersection is the sphincter. What's going on here?
I love it. That's perfect. I think that's exactly what Chuck intended. Okay. A slight chill runs down my spine. I hadn't realized that all of my deepest secrets would be suddenly transplanted into this butt. I try my best, but I am still a flawed man with a penchant for running out on relationships and taking practical jokes too far. Don't worry, I'm not going to spill the beans, my butt says with a wink. I nod. Dr. Porter finds himself glancing back and forth between us, clearly picking up on the vibe that's being established. After many nights out drinking with Dr. Porter, he has proven himself to be a killer wingman, and he's already showing his impeccable support once again. It's been a long day, Dr. Porter says, doing his best to fake a yawn. Your butt can't stay here all night. There's no place to sleep. Why don't you take him home and then we can pick this up tomorrow morning? So I turn to my living butt. You hungry? I've never eaten. It sounds amazing, responds my sentient ass. Let's go. Seeing as it is his first meal ever, I decide to splurge a bit on my butt, taking him out to a fancy French restaurant in the hip part of town.
Oh no.
It would usually be impossible to get a reservation on such short notice, but thankfully I know someone who works here and she's able to pull some strings for us. I love that. I love how he takes a minute to explain to us how they can get a reservation on short notice, because he doesn't want us to not be able to believe or immerse ourselves in the story.
Everything else checks out
like,
so far.
We don't need any explanation on how a butt came to life, but we got to make sure we know how they got a reservation at the French restaurant on short notice, because that I wouldn't believe the story otherwise.
What I want to know is, how does the butt shit? Does it eat out of its butthole and shit out of its butthole?
Oh my god, I don't know. I don't know if the butt knows yet either. I don't think it's been alive long enough.
These are the questions going through my mind, and I know it's like, Jenna, it doesn't matter, but
no,
it matters to me.
It matters.
Okay, good. I'm not alone.
Oh, okay. Well, the next thing I know, I'm sitting across from my own ass, looking deep within his soulful eye.
The eye?
I'm not sure. I'm not sure what to ask you, I confess. I mean, you know everything that I know, right? Pretty much, says the butt, his wings folded neatly behind him. He takes a long sip from his wine glass. It doesn't say how he sips from the wine glass, though.
Right.
Is it
through his eye?
Through his eye? Is it all the same thing?
It's a very multi-purpose anus.
I have all of your memories about drinking wine. I know what to expect when I do it, and I know what it's going to taste like, but I've never truly tasted it for myself, the butt explains. It's incredible. I feel like that's deep. The butt's like, I've always known objectively what this is like, but now I can experience it. It's like a metaphor for something. Yeah.
Chuck is an artist, for real.
This is art, dude. Yeah, like, not even kidding. Like, this is art. Chuck knows what he's doing. Okay, the butt smiles. How did it smile? He needs a little bit more.
The butthole gets, like, very wide. I don't know. I'm trying to imagine. I'm struggling.
I can't touch it. So I guess so, because he's drinking wine somehow. So
through a straw.
Okay, I feel like you need a name, I tell my own butt. I know that you're a part of me and I love that about you, but you also need an identity of your own. My ass thinks about this proposition for a moment and then nods in agreement. All right, what's my name? How about Portork? I don't know if that's how you say it. It's Portork. Portork.
I would think it's Portork as well.
That's
like,
a pretty sexy name. Portork, my ass repeats aloud. Yeah, it's very manly, but also seductive. I like that name a lot. All right, so the butt's just named Portork now. I guess he didn't want to keep saying my butt every other line. Anything I can help you with? I question. I can immediately tell Portork understands what I'm asking him, reading between the lines with expert precision. The butt hesitates for a moment and then finally offers, I'd like to try anal. I think I can help you with that, I tell him with a sly grin. The second we get to my apartment, all bets are off. Portork and me stumble through the door, kissing frantically as we make our way toward the bedroom. The second we get inside, I push my living ass down onto the bed and watches as he spreads his majestic wings out behind him. For a living butt, his physique is quite impressive, and I laugh out loud when I realize that I'm only complimenting myself.
All I could, like, this is me, I get so hyper fixated on details. I'm like, they were kissing passionately. It's like, so he was kind of tossing his own salad.
Yeah. I guess this butt is brand new though, so it's probably clean. I don't know.
Right.
I don't know. Chuck doesn't go into it. It's where magic ends and science begins or whatever. So
thank you, Chuck.
All right, then they just butt fuck for a while, like,
of course, normal experience for two butts.
Oh, wow, this book is really short, because then it has a thing afterwards that called Unicorn Butt Cops Beach Patrol. I didn't even know that was there.
Short, but it was, introspective. It was deep. It made us question life and science. I mean, Chuck is doing God's work here.
Wow, I didn't realize that Chuck Tingle, he has a lot of books. Like, he has like 2 books in this book. I didn't even know I was getting a second book with this. That's really exciting. The Unicorn Butt Patrol at the Beach or whatever. I'll have to read that another time. I don't know if I can handle that right now with this dude who just got pounded by his own butt. But
oh, what a splendid pounding it was.
That's incredible. I'm really happy for that guy. That's a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. That's good shit. Good for him. All right, what do you got?
I've got let's see, Bigfoot Pirates Haunt My Balls.
That sounds great.
Yeah, it sounds equally intellectual.
Yeah. Chuck Tingle's deep. I think that everyone just needs to take that away from today, is that this man has something to say.
What's funny is the cover is a half-naked dude wearing, like, on a ship, and then like a pirate but with a gorilla face. It's like, I don't think that's how Bigfoot looks, but it's okay.
Yeah, I mean, on the cover of T-Rex Anal Workout, it's like a dinosaur head, and then it has like a human muscular body, but it's green. So
that's exactly how dinosaurs looked. Do better research.
Oh, okay.
You failed. Okay, that is totally anatomically correct. Okay, so I did skim a little bit ahead, so I know the gist of the early bits, but I'm gonna start at the beginning.
We don't need too much exposition.
We don't need the exposition, so I can summarize that. But I'm going to start at the beginning. I'm going to try and be dramatic.
Okay, very good.
I remember a time when the idea of pirates seemed silly and childlike, where criminals of the sea were firmly relegated to the world of Hollywood blockbusters and amusement park rides. Birthday parties would be themed with skull and crossbones, a pirate's flag waving above chocolate cake and streamers. I miss those days. But things have changed, and now the very word pirate is enough to send a terrifying chill down the spine of any full-grown man. It's a very different world indeed. So basically, there's like a tales of a Bigfoot pirate ship called Nice Abs. That's the name of the ship. And they refer to multiple Bigfoot as big feet. so they'll make the big feet pillaged and plundered, and the book Bigfoot captain is named Lorco. I like, what was the other one? Like Poor Dork, and now
Poor
it's
Dork was
Lorco.
the butt. Yeah, he has weird names in these.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess they're not human, so we can't judge.
Right. And like he said, it didn't hurt that the Bigfoot was incredibly handsome, a muscular creature with broad shoulders and a winning smile. But it was still hard for me to personally get behind celebrating a wanton criminal like he was some kind of folk hero. Okay, that's not the only strange thing that started happening after Lorco died, however. So I guess strange shit started happening. This is when things get spooky.
Oh, all right.
The first time I felt the ache in my balls, I was taking my morning walk along the beach with my dog Skippy. Skippy was playing in the waves, barking and dancing with jovial excitement as he fought against the ever-changing tide. It was a day like any other until suddenly I found myself buckling under the throbbing ache of a pain deep within my balls. I held fast, hunched over until the surges of discomfort passed completely, but by the time it was over, I knew that something was dreadfully wrong. So he goes to the doctor. The doctor is named Dr. Torp. He's very into the name.
Yeah.
Thank you. Andy, his main guy's named Andy. We've got your results. Just give it to me straight, doc. How sick am I? And he goes, well, you're not sick, actually. I'm not? But don't get too excited. You're still in a world of trouble. I'm afraid your balls are haunted. Haunted by who? I ask slowly, not exactly sure that I want to hear the answer. At this point, we can't say for sure. It's too early in the haunting to get any real sense of who or what has possessed your balls. Eventually, though, the paranormal occurrences will become more and more frequent, and you will likely be visited by some kind of apparition. A ghost? From my balls? So anyway, so he's telling him basically that ghosts haunt balls because they have unfinished business and you have to help them finish that business. I have a feeling I know what this business is.
All right.
So
this has like a plot. This is
yes.
Yeah, okay.
It's deep and it's scary.
And it's mysterious. All right. All right.
Let's just hope that whoever is haunting your balls is reasonable with their request. He's laying in bed and he's got the throbbing ache deep within his balls. Sits up. He jumps suddenly, surprised by the appearance of a large, semi-transparent figure standing at the foot of my bed. I immediately recognize him. You're Lorco the Black, the most notorious Bigfoot pirate to ever sail the seven seas. Aye, says the towering Bigfoot ghost with a nod. In person, he is even more handsome than I expected. His muscular frame simultaneously imposing and arousing. He is covered head to toe in jet black fur, an eye patch fastened tightly around one eye, while the other stares down at me with devilish intensity. Why are you haunting my balls? Why me? I didn't choose this fate, matey. It's simply the one I was dealt. I don't know. What do you want from me? I need you to stop haunting my balls. I mean, you seem like a nice guy, but it really hurt. It was not my intent to make your balls ache like two oysters in the deep. Do oysters ache? I don't know these things. Okay, anywho. Okay, let's skip ahead. Help me help you. What is your unfinished business? So basically his crew is dreaded pirate, but they also had a secret. The truth of the matter, Lorco begins again, is that my crew and I are gay. I'm gay too. What are the odds? I did not see this coming.
Wow, impressive. Yeah, that's lucky. Good for him.
Well, that might be explained why your balls are the ones being haunted and why my cock is so hard. I add, genuinely curious. Lorco shakes his head. I'm only hunting your balls. The shaft is all yours, mate. So he's all embarrassed. And basically, Lorco says that they never got to live the gay life. So they were gay, but they were adhering to a strict pirate code of no buggery and had yet to find a civilian man who was willing to fulfill their desires.
Wait,
as a
so
gay
is the
crew.
pirate a ghost?
Yeah, they're ghosts. They're
I
dead.
thought this was like a live pirate. I was like, how is he doing this? This pirate's a ghost.
Yeah, and he's haunting his balls.
He's haunting his balls. Okay. Oh, that makes a lot of sense. Good for him.
It's totally irrational. There's nothing at all unbelievable about
No,
this.
that makes perfect sense.
So he's going to go to the marina to help them with their unfinished business, and his balls still ache for release. Suddenly out of nowhere comes Lorco's massive pirate ship. Okay, I wonder if that's like a penis metaphor. Ahoy!
Oh, like a euphemism? Like
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
The entire gang of Bigfoot pirates cheer when they see me, excitedly exchanging glances. So I guess it's gonna be a Bigfoot gangbang.
Oh, wow.
Welcome.
Good for him. Bigfoot. Wait, so it's gonna be Bigfoot and some pirates and this guy whose balls hurt all together.
Yeah, but I think they're all big feet. I think they're all big
Oh,
feet
all the pirates are also big feet.
I think that would be the only logical conclusion.
Okay, that makes that kind of makes sense. Okay.
Welcome to the Nice Abs, which is the name of the ship. Lorco tells me, How are your balls? Haunted, I tell him. Well, worry not, matey. Soon your ass will be just as haunted as your balls.
Yeah. But
Sure.
There's multiple Bigfoot pirates, right?
Mm-hmm.
Why don't they just all bang each other and resolve their business?
Because their pirate code said no.
Oh, but they're dead. So does the pirate code still matter when you're dead?
Oh, the code said no buggery.
No buggery.
So maybe buggery means you can't fuck each other. I don't know.
You can fuck other pirates, but you can fuck living humans who are, as long as they're not Bigfoot pirates too.
Let's go with that. Otherwise,
just want to make sure I understand
Chuck
Tingle's expansive world building.
I think that he left it up to our imagination because he knew that we would have these deep thoughts, and he wants us to explore the nether regions of our mind.
Like all great works of literature, you could write an essay about what you think the true meaning was. Yeah.
Sorry. See, we've cracked the code. We're finally getting to the root of it. Okay. Okay. I know that his words are meant to scare and intimidate me, but as I stand here before the ghostly Bigfoot pirates, I find myself overwhelmed by a much more powerful sensation than fear, arousal.
Yes!
You can haunt every inch of my body, I tell the crew seductively. I'm here to finish your business, your gay business.
Yes, gay business!
What the fuck? Okay, sorry. I just saw look up at them with cock-hungry eyes. I just imagine like penises coming out of his eyes.
Well,
like,
I'm thinking like eyes that the pupils are dilated, and in the shiny black pupil you see the reflection of a giant cock. Like the photography is at the exact right angle where a giant dick is reflected in your eyeball.
Yes, that's much more artistic than
I think that would be a very good framed shot in the Chuck Tingle movie adaptation.
Which will obviously be coming soon.
Yeah.
I mean, it has to. Like, hello, this is artwork. Okay.
Yeah.
Whew. The next thing I know, I am dropping down to my knees as the Bigfoot pirates begin to circle around me. This sounds like scary. But it is a horror.
Yeah, you're supposed to be afraid for your life right now.
Okay, I'm terrified.
Yeah, that's right. Chuck Tingle's a master. He's making you feel exactly what you should be feeling.
Okay, yes, okay, I should have never doubted him. Okay, the mythical beasts stand tall and proud, towering over me with their muscular, fur-covered bodies, while I look up at them with cock-hungry eyes. Give me those ghost Bigfoot dicks, I demand. Okay, the crew knows what to do next. I mean, you told them what to, why would they not know? Sorry. Pulling out their thick, their dicks are furry.
Oh, wow. I mean, I guess that makes sense if they're, I don't know what to make of that, honestly.
They're furry cocks and pushing them towards me from every angle. I can't, like, I'm just imagining like a microphone with one of the fuzzy things over. I don't know how that
It's like feel. A bunch of the like boom mics are just.
Yeah. That doesn't, I mean.
That seems like an accurate visual.
I'm just sitting here like, that doesn't sound nice. That doesn't sound, you know what, I need to remove myself from the situation because Andy is loving it, and that's all.
Yeah, we have to remember that Andy likes this situation. We got to put ourselves in his shoes.
Right. Or maybe like not put ourselves in his shoes, because when I put myself there, I'm like,
Yeah.
But when I watch him, I'm like, oh, okay.
Yeah, just like emotionally remove yourself from Andy.
Right.
Yeah.
I support Andy. I support Andy and his furry dick endeavors. Okay.
Yeah, good for him.
I take one in each hand and start to stroke rapidly, beating them off as I wrap my mouth around Lorco's swollen rod. Wouldn't the dicks get rug burn if you are rubbing on fur? See, I
don't know.
Comment below. Comment below. Do you have a furry dick? Do you get rug burn when you jerk off? Start to ignore me. I'm a horrible influence.
Someone's gonna comment below about that, and we are really gonna regret it because someone.
Sorry, I'm a bad influence. I've had wine. It's not my fault. It's Lorco and Andy's fault. He has now sucked off every Bigfoot. More I groan. I need more ghost dick.
Wow, this guy's just insatiable.
Yeah, something that all of us have
giant
said.
Furry ghost pirate dicks, and he wants more.
Right. Wow.
That's more than most people have in their lifetime.
So he's squatting down onto his thickness. So I guess they're fucking again.
Yeah,
this is
good for them.
This is confusing. Yeah, this is confusing. There is so much going on.
I feel like we need like a diagram because I can't keep it straight in my head which Bigfoot pirate ghost is which one and where the human is physically in the scene.
Well, he was leaning over and they were all taking turns. And then they finished and now he's like going again, but just with Lorco because I think they have a connection. I think that it's special. I'm sorry, it's just like really graphic. And I'm like,
you want, yeah. We're on the internet. There's no rules here. It's just like out at sea on the pirate ghost boat.
We're there with them.
Yeah, we're there with them right now because that's essentially, this is a metaphor for being on the internet, which is a giant ghost pirate Bigfoot boat of a free-for-all. Just like Tingle's books, yes. If we were having this conversation at work, we would get fired. But we're on the internet where there's no rules.
It's almost like we're the Bigfoot pirate.
Every one of us is a Bigfoot pirate in our own way, and we have that connection inside of us. And that's what Chuck Tingle's trying to tell us, I think, is that deep down we're all just a Bigfoot pirate ghost.
I would love for Chuck Tingle to see this analysis and confirm if we have appropriately analyzed his work.
When we have this video, we'll just tweet it to him like 1,000,000 times, and then hopefully he'll respond and tell us what's canon and all of that.
Yeah, he won't be annoyed at all.
I don't think well, does this man get annoyed? Look at this writing. I feel like his comfort zone is infinite.
So Lorco pulls me against him, my back pressed down onto his furry, chiseled chest. And then he begins to pump in and out of my butthole.
All right, pumping it. Happy Valentine's Day.
What? Sorry. The Happy Valentine's Day made me lose it. Okay, I'm crying. I'm crying. I'm okay. It's just so romantic. I don't know what to do with myself. Okay,
I'm gonna cry from just how romantic it is.
Yes, beautiful. It's beautiful.
I've never felt this loved.
I've never felt this seen. Okay,
right? This book gets me. This is the representation I've been looking for all along.
I'm sorry. I'm like seriously crying. Okay. Okay. One of the other majestic undead big feet climbs down in front of me and positions himself on his knees. His cock engorged and ready, the creature aligns himself with my already taken ass and then pushes forward, entering me simultaneously with a shaft that's already pounding.
Whoa!
Wait,
this guy's taking two giant furry dicks in the same butthole?
Yeah, I thought he was gonna get a blowjob or like give a blowjob, but it's double penetration.
Must be huge. Has he given birth out of that ass?
You're right. It's like
I'm impressed. Having never been double penetrated before, I hardly know what to do with myself. Well, what you're supposed to do is, I guess, lube the asshole because it sounds really painful. Well, I mean, like, what do I know?
I don't know. I've never had sex with a furry Bigfoot dick or a ghost or a pirate. So honestly, this is new territory for me too.
Yeah. I am out of my depth and I'm jealous, obviously.
Yeah. Honestly, this guy's living the dream right now, and I think what Chuck Tingle wants is for us to live vicariously through him. And we can feel like we can live that amazing life too, if only we buy his products.
Right.
That's why Chuck Tingle is a master.
I think that's I think that's exactly the point of this. He's like, some people have such unfulfilled lives without double penetration of furry Bigfoot ghosts.
Yeah. Well, that makes perfect sense. Okay, that's the ache in his balls symbolizes the dissatisfaction we all have within our lives, right? We all feel sometimes like we're not enough, like maybe our job isn't enough, maybe we're not working in the dream field we want yet, maybe we're not married to the right person, maybe we don't have the family we want. We all have a dissatisfaction in our lives, and in this book that manifests itself as a haunting of his ball sack, and it's painful, and it's a physical manifestation of that lack of fulfillment that we all feel in our lives. I think I just solved Chuck Tingle. This man's a genius.
You just figured out the entire analysis of this book.
Yeah.
I'm in the
I think I need to write a paper on this and submit it to like the National Council of Teachers of English, one of those like literary analysis journals or something, because this is important right here.
This matters.
It matters. We all have our own ache in our balls in our life in our own way. Some of us don't think we're pretty enough. Some of us don't make enough money. We each have our own personal haunted ball sack. And we just need to find the furry Bigfoot dick that we each need. For this man, it's a furry Bigfoot dick in the literal sense. But maybe for one of us, it's to go and follow our dreams. That's motivational shit right there. Chuck Tingle for president 2020.
For me, I think it's more just fun.
Make America gay again.
I'm literally crying. Okay. Woo, woo. That was a beautiful speech. I'm crying out of emotion. I'm crying out of emotion.
Right? Because you're so inspired right now.
See, you figured it out. I don't like, everyone knows me as the cyborg. Because
but you have feelings.
I don't like for people to see me like this, but I'm so
Yeah.
right now that all I know to do is cry. I've also switched to vodka at this point, so let it be known.
That sounds great. I poured too much bourbon in this glass to begin with, so I'm still drinking the first glass of bourbon. But I got a buzz going. This is good.
I mean, like, I had rosé, like,
Yeah.
I'm a lightweight, so I was like, okay, but I ran out of the rosé, so we're moving on to vodka. Okay. We gotta find out how this ends because it's important. Okay.
Right. I need to know, because I think it's going to say a lot about where we're heading in the future.
Right. I feel like this is important to our self-actualization.
Right. Yeah, we're ascending Maslow's hierarchy. Just like on the Sims loading screen.
I'm sorry. I buck forward and back as the two monsters thrust into my body in tandem with one another. Oh, so they're synchronized. Okay.
Very good.
Work in perfect synchronicity. We're on the same wavelength.
Yeah, we're synchronized with Chuck Tingle now.
And that makes me feel good about myself. I love taking Bigfoot ghost dicks. I scream, haunt my asshole like you haunt my fucking balls.
Yes!
The best line ever written in literature. Jane Austen, who? Dickens, who?
I didn't even think Chuck Tingle could outdo himself from "We don't know where science ends and magic begins," but then he comes at us with "haunt my asshole like you haunt my fucking balls," and suddenly my mind's blown all over again.
Oh my gosh. Okay, seriously, I have it's funny because I was talking about how, like, is this erotica or is this the next great American novel?
Yeah.
It obviously is the next great American
Well,
novel.
it's kind of, right, it's like where does science end and magic begin? Where does erotica end and literature begin?
Right.
That's what Chuck Tingle's trying to get us to ponder. That's really the thesis of everything.
Pondering it, and
Yeah.
I think that he is a pioneer.
Yeah.
Erotic, great American novels. So now Big Feet are straddling his face.
Nice.
I just love that. Nice. Yes, we support this. Okay. So he's beating their long, hairy shafts. I'm still concerned about rug burns. I feel like I need to be in the scene with Neosporin. Like, hey guys,
yeah, like let me just Neosporin your ass up real quick.
Right. Like, I feel like it's gonna leave a mark. I'm sorry. And I'm concerned. I can't help it.
Me too. It's the empath in you.
His hands full of cock, while two monsters pound my ass and another takes my throat. I truly feel like the filthy gay twink that I am, and I absolutely love it. So he loves it, okay? We would be able to
yes, he feels like himself, and he loves himself for it. So he has reached self-actualization.
So maybe it wouldn't be for us, but it's that way for him.
Yeah.
And for that, we support you, Andy, and we're here for the rest. This whole time I thought I was helping the ghostly crew come to terms with their death, but now I realize that they've helped me come to terms with my life as a cock-hungry Bigfoot lover.
That's beautiful. Is that the ending?
There's more.
Oh, wow. I was like, because that would be a beautiful ending line.
Right.
They help me come to terms with my life. Like, I'm going to go on now knowing who I am because these people have influenced me for the better.
I mean, like, I feel like that is the message of this story. Is that if you get fucked from all angles, it can teach you to love yourself.
Exactly.
And to see who you really are. Okay, I think that's lovely. And I'm happy that he has realized he is a cock-hungry Bigfoot lover, but aren't we all?
In our own way. Exactly. That's what Chuck Tingle's saying. We all have those things, those vices, but we have to accept ourselves for who we are. Otherwise, the haunting in our balls will never go away.
Now it is getting philosophical. As a human encroaching on the land of these majestic big feet, I've gotten so used to having everything handed to me. Now actually being out here on the dark water and taking what I want from the world is utterly refreshing. So, like, he's learning that everything was handed to him, and now he's taking what he wants.
That's a character arc.
This is better written than a lot of best-selling books out there. I'm just gonna say it.
You're not wrong. You're not wrong.
This is deep and philosophical, and I'm here for it. Okay, now he's talking about fat, furry cocks. Oh my God, I scream, my voice muffled by the dick in my throat. We can't forget about that. So
it's kind of like how the furry microphone cover muffles the sound. The furry dick muffles his sound coming out of his throat.
That's what the fur is for. There may be rug burn, but they're,
Yeah, it's to muffle the sound so you have good audio quality.
It's noise control so the neighbors don't complain.
Exactly. It's an evolutionary advantage so no one could hear them mouth fucking all day.
Okay. This is actually something I have a video planned. Like the worst erotica tropes. I'm sorry, Chuck. I still love you.
I hope that this book ends with Andy getting butt pregnant, because then it will be all about bringing a new life into the world.
That's happening.
It's continuing the cycle.
Yeah.
He cured the ache in his balls. And now he's going to bring forward a new life and pay it forward. I just realized this video is going to get itself fucking demonetized.
I'm sorry!
No, it's not your fault. This is the premise that we chose.
Well, we could just, like, bleep and use
No, we're not going to bleep, because I feel like that ruins the Chuck Tingle experience.
That's true.
You
Would
know?
Chuck Tingle want this, censored? No. Would he want it demonetized, though? No.
I don't know. Maybe he would.
Orca the Black goes, that was fantastic. Clapping his hands together. Thanks for helping us out there. I think it's safe to say that our business as Ghost Pirates is now finished. Time to celebrate, shouts the captain. And what would a celebration be without someone walking the plank? And so Wait, I scream, me? What are you doing? Sorry, mate, Lorco calls out. We don't have a plank, so it looks like we'll just have to throw you overboard. Never trust a pirate, especially not a Bigfoot pirate ghost. I don't know why I'm making him sound kind of Irish, but we'll just go with it.
Yeah, I'll just go with it. That's just his voice.
Yeah. So they threw the guy, they fucked the guy, and they threw him overboard.
That's not nice.
Yeah, that's mean. You know.
That was a twist. I wasn't expecting that.
So he sits up with a gasp. He's in his bedroom. He's surrounded by the beautiful Santa Monica coastline. Da, 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 da. Lying in the sand next to me is a note in a bottle. I unfurl the paper and read it aloud. Dear Andy, the page says, sorry to scare you like that, but us pirates have a difficult time with goodbyes. Oh. Sometimes it's easier to just throw someone overboard than having to tell them the truth. My heart is suddenly pounding, tears welling up in my eyes as I read the words before me. The truth is, I finally continue reading, I love you. I love you. I'm sorry.
It's romantic.
I'm just so touched. This is truly romantic.
It is.
Just know that we will be together. Wait, I crumble forward in the sand, overwhelmed by emotions. I had only just met this Bigfoot pirate ghost and gangbanged his crew. But in this short time, I had also fallen hard for the spectral Sasquatch. Now, however, he is gone. And then the spectral Sasquatch says, just know that we will be together again someday in the afterlife. My balls no longer ache, the haunting gone from their delicate hang. I put the note back in the bottle. I have faith that one day I will see my captain again, like a bird returns in the springtime, or a man returns to the frozen lake of his wife's drowning year after year.
Whoa. That's a weird metaphor. I'm not sure I quite get that one.
Like, what the fuck is that about?
Did this guy's wife drown, or is that just theoretical?
One day I will see Torco again. One day he will haunt more than just my balls.
That's beautiful. Honestly, that's beautiful.
That was the best reading.
I think that's a very motivational note to leave it on, okay? Because if we're looking at this from the perspective that the ache in his balls symbolized a need for something more in his life.
Mm-hmm.
Now he's craving an ache in more than just his balls. He's learned he has to reach higher.
Mm-hmm.
That he shouldn't just settle where he is, but he can take more and more pain for more and more gain.
Exactly.
That's the lesson we need to take away from this.
I think you're 100% right.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I'm so emotionally overcome by the depth of this piece.
This piece is amazing. Chuck Tingle is a genius.
It's hard for me to articulate how much.
No, I'm so motivated to follow my dreams and then to keep reaching higher and higher. Because if the ache in your balls goes away for good, then you become complacent and you settle. But if you're doing more and more aches in your balls, and then you get an ache in your butthole, then the world just opens up to you like a giant ass.
Like a giant ass being pounded by 2 furry Bigfoot pirate ghosts. I feel like both of us need to go back to university and get a master's in English so we can write like a very in-depth thesis on this, because it's important and it's very prestigious.
It was my writing professor that introduced me to Chuck Tingle. She was like, she mentioned him as a joke because I was taking a novel writing class like a year ago, and she was talking about how erotica and romance sell better than anything. And she's like, there's this guy, Chuck Tingle. He's made a whole career out of doing weird erotica. And then we all looked him up and we were like, whoa, this dude is something special.
I jokingly mentioned dinosaur erotica in one of my videos and everyone thought I was kidding. I'm like, no,
it's a thing. Yeah.
The story is about a man who he felt like he was just living the status quo.
Exactly.
And then he found his true self and what he really wanted out of life, and he went for it, and then it was taken away, and he's like, no, I'm not settling. I'm going for it.
He needed that ache in his balls as like a motivation to move forward. That ache in his balls was the best thing that ever happened to him in his life, because if he didn't have that, he would have just gone on living, surviving, but not really living. You know what I mean?
Existing.
Existing.
Not living.
Not living. Yes.